Before I go on, I wanted to really quickly show that, of course, I have my Pokemon Ranch here. Because, I showed all the other games, it's only fair. But I don't need to show much more than that. Instead, I can go into finishing the last thing about the Pokemon games that I think I need to cover, and that's strategy guides, which basically, for some games, I'm mostly interested in just getting through them as quickly as possible. So it's only natural that, like, for Pokemon Ranger, Pokemon Colosseum, or Gale of Darkness, I would get these. Now, normally, when I use a strategy guide, I have to add my notes to it. It's kind of interesting to note that, like, for... Sorry, itchy nose. It's interesting to note that for this Pokemon Colosseum guide, this one's so detailed. It tells you the items, the Pokemon, the Shadow Pokemon you need to catch. It's just surprisingly complete for something that I would have thought would have been harder. I don't remember if the Gale of Darkness one was that thorough. Looks thorough to me. But if I'm doing something on my own... Oh, I got this just for completeness, I guess. But if I'm doing something on my own with, like, the Fire Red and Leaf Green one, let's see, what's a good one? I guess it's kind of hard to tell, but, like, here we have Celadon City, and you can see I've scribbled all over it to tell me where interesting things are. Coin case, soft boiled move tutor, telling myself to get a lemonade. Things that maybe should have been marked in here. I also note the location of hidden items that I'm interested in, such as rare candies, PP ups, etc. And then of course I've got one for Emerald as well. But and I did the same thing. Like, as you can see here, I'm marking that there's a heart scale there, a big pearl there, even though I don't really need a big pearl. As you can see, though, this one started falling apart, which is kind of annoying. Another annoying thing about this Emerald thing is they didn't actually have a map of the Team Aqua base, so I had to go and make my own. Funny. But, consider the advantage of this. I don't read Japanese at all. I'm familiar enough with the game to know how to guess which attacks are which in which order, what I need to do next in the game. But if I have something like this, even though I can't tell what the different items are, I can still know which ones I want to go through, even in a Japanese version. I think that's pretty cool for me to do. Naturally, I have the Diamond Pearl one as well, which I had to make similar notes for. I'm trying to think what a particularly interesting... Ooh, that one would actually be pretty cool. Because since I go through all the trouble to figure out what hidden items are located where that I'm interested in, naturally, if you have a place like this snowfield part of the game, I've marked PP ups and nuggets out in the middle of nowhere so that I can find them for here and forevermore. And of course there's a second one for mostly because this has the maps for the Battle Island, whatever that place was called. Now that I think about it, I can't remember, and that kind of sucks. Because Heart Gold and Soul Silver come out real soon. And then of course I got this with the Platinum games. That's one thick book. Now, to be fair, the individual pieces of paper, they're obviously thick as well. So even though this book compared to both of the Diamond and Pearl books, you can see that the Platinum one is just much thicker. I think these still have like 100 more pages because they're made out of thinner material. But still, this has lots of things in it. And of particular relevance, of course, is my personal notes once again. Things like where items are in Pastoria. In this case, it turns out to be a lot more useful because you kind of want to know where all the shards, especially where all the star pieces all, just to get shards so you can use those move tutors. You've probably seen these there for the longest time on my shelf, but I finally dug them out. That's all the Pokemon game stuff. About the only other interesting thing, I'll cover all of that stuff later. For now, that's all for this week's update. So hopefully now I really feel like doing that review of the Pokemon TV series and talking about the movies in a bit more detail. So hopefully next week, maybe. Yeah, maybe. So yeah, next week.